Hey everybody, welcome to Misty Designs. In my channel, we offer tutorials, unboxings, and reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing a really handy jewelry making tool set. I'm calling it my travel buddy, and you'll see why in a few moments. I recently acquired it, and I want to share my thoughts and opinions with you. So whether you're a beginner or advanced, hopefully you'll find this review helpful. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And here we have the Toolour jewelry making tool set, and it has all kinds of goodies. As you can see, it comes in its own case, and it's a zippered case, as you can see, which I like. Perfect for traveling. It goes for about $37 total, and that includes the case. And let me tell you guys, it's pretty significant, it really is. I had to actually zoom away from my table a little bit so I could fit the whole thing within the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and do an honest review. Let me open it up. Look at this, guys. Can you believe the amount of tools in this case? It's incredible. I can't fit it within the frame of my camera, but I will show you each one individually. I just wanted to show you how it's all packaged inside. As you can see, it has all kinds of pliers. It has cutters, scissors, bail making pliers, tweezers, and it even has a bracelet helper, which is a tool that helps you connect your clasp. Let me just move it down a little bit. Like I said, I am going to show you each one individually. Now let me start by saying that I've been making jewelry for many years, and I do have my favorites as far as brands. But this jewelry tool set comes with a nice variety of essentials, and it's all neatly packed in a compact case. I love how portable it is. In my opinion, it's perfect for travel, and for those of you who want a convenient way to keep your tools organized while you're on travel. Now, while the set includes all the basics, I did find that the tools are a little bit different than what I'm used to. For example, the grips are a little bit wider than what I'm used to. And another thing that I should mention, I've used a lot of cutters in my lifetime, all kinds of brands, and I've settled on one brand which I can depend on a regular basis. In other words, I've cut so many different gauges with those cutters and the blades are still good. Whereas with other cutters, the blades don't seem to last. So I'm not sure about these because I've only tried them once. Another thing I need to mention, when I first got these, they did have a little bit of oily residue, so you need to wipe them before you use them. And the oil is applied to protect the metals. That's pretty common. It happens with the other brands as well. So let me go ahead and show you each one individually. I'm going to test them on a piece of 20 gauge wire, and these are the nylon jaw pliers, which seem to work just fine, as you can see. And the grip is pretty good. These work pretty much like the other ones that I'm used to, so I'm pretty happy with these. And here are the cutters. These are flush cutters, as you can see, and they have a nice grip as well. The spring action is a little bit different than what I'm used to, but you know, it all depends on what you get used to, guys. It really does. I like the pink color though. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to go ahead and snip off a piece of wire. So these are your flush cutters, and like I said, I'm not sure about these blades. I don't know how durable they are. I would not use them on 18 gauge, especially if you're doing a lot of work. You might be able to get away with using them on small projects, but not on projects that require a lot of cutting, in my opinion. I'm just giving you my honest review. Of course, I'm going to have to test them. I could be wrong. And if I am, I'll come back and tell you, okay? So let me pick up this piece of wire. Here are the flat nose pliers. And again, the spring action is pretty good. I like it. It's a little bit wider than what I'm used to, as you can see. So if you have small hands, you might have a little difficulty. But anyway, let me test them. And they bend just as predicted. They also close pretty flush, as you can see. There are no gaps there, so that's good. I like the tips. They're not too wide. So I'm pretty happy with these. And I can definitely see myself using these on a regular basis. And here are the round nose pliers. And again, the grip is pretty wide, as you can see. I do like the tips. They're nice and thin. And let me test them. I'm going to make a loop. And they seem to function just fine. But what I like about these is that the tips are pretty thin. I like using round nose pliers that have thin tips like this. What's interesting about these is that they kind of flatten right here at the thickest part. I'm not sure why they would do that, but I do like the tips. So once again, I could totally see myself using these, especially if I'm traveling. Let me cut myself a piece of 22 gauge wire. I'll go ahead and straighten it. Here are my flush cutters. I'm going to create a wrap loop this time. So I'm grabbing my wire about 1.25 inches down. I'm going to bend it, switch to this part, wrap the tail around the nose, flip the pliers around, continue to wrap to the back. So now I have a nice round loop. Now this time I'm going to use some chain nose pliers to grab that loop. And these are a little bit different than what I'm used to because the tips are rather thin, but I don't mind. I like that actually. So I'm going to grab that loop like this. These are bent nose pliers, and again, the grip is pretty nice. I don't see a problem with that. I'm going to grab the tip and I'm going to create a couple of wraps. Maybe what I should have done is use these to grab the loop. Like this, and then I'll use these to create the wraps. I should have done that. Bent nose pliers are great for this purpose because they grab the wire, but they also allow you to see the work. In other words, they don't get in the way. And I'm sorry about that noise, but my neighbor is blowing leaves again, or debris or something, I'm not sure. He's kind of addicted to that leaf blower, even in the winter time. Hopefully it's not too distracting. So now I'm going to snip off the excess using the flush cutters. And now using these nice thin chain nose pliers, I'm going to tuck that little tail in. Let me see where it is. There it is. So anyway, I think these perform just fine. I'm pretty happy with these as well. Let me pick this up. Now here's another essential. These are bail making pliers. I like to use these to make bails, but I also use them to make jump rings, believe it or not. Let me get some wire. Here's my 20 gauge wire again. Let me straighten it out. Boy, I tell you, that guy is totally addicted to that blower. He really is. I guess I should be grateful, right? That he's keeping his driveway nice and clean. So let me test these out now. I think I'm going to use this one right here. So I'm going to place the wire between the barrels like this so that it's flush. Let me move it up. And now using my thumb as leverage, I'm going to turn my pliers until I get a coil. Let me pull it out. So there's my coil. These pliers work perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. So let me see the inner diameters. It's not listed anywhere. This one looks like it's about 3 millimeters. And this one looks like it's about 2.5 millimeters approximately. The next one up is about 5 millimeters. And this one is, let me open it up. This one is 6 approximately. This one is 7. And this one is 9. So that's pretty neat. You've got 6 different sizes there. So these are definitely going to come in handy whether you make jump rings, a bail, or some kind of big ring. Now this tool is very impressive. These are scissors, and it comes with a latch, a safety latch. And guys, I've never had scissors this big before. These are humongous, but these are going to come in handy if you're cutting fabric, cardboard, or sheets of metal, like copper or whatever. They do have serrated blades, and they have this spring. The nice thing about serrated blades is that they hold the material in place without it sliding around. Let me get some cord and I'll show you. Looks like my neighbor stopped blowing the leaves. Believe it or not, even though it's winter time, there are still leaves around. So here I have 4 pieces of cord. Let me test it. It works as predicted. Nothing magical, just regular. Now I wouldn't use these on file line, I don't think, because usually when I'm using file line, it's because I'm doing delicate bead weaving. These are obviously too big for that, but you can definitely use these on copper metal sheets. I guess he's not done blowing. Oh my gosh, poor guy. He's really addicted to that machine. But anyway, like I was saying, You can use these on fabric, on cardboard, on ribbon, on sheets of metal like copper or whatever, something soft. And because they have nice long blades, you can cut large pieces. And I do like this safety latch. This comes in handy, especially when you're storing it in the case. And here I have some jewelry tweezers, and I have some beads. Now if you'll notice, the grip does not meet at the tips. As you can see, it meets in the middle. It meets further down. So these are not suitable for doing any kind of intricate work, for example, knotting, that kind of thing. But these are perfect for picking up beads, just like that. The tips are rubber, so they grab really well. For example, if you're trying to find the hole, it's easy to do without dropping the beads. So I would definitely use them for that purpose. But I generally don't use tweezers, to be honest, unless I'm doing knotting. But anyway, it's not a bad tool to have in your jewelry set. And last but not least, we have this bracelet helper. As you can see, it has a clip on the end, which you would attach to one end of the bracelet, which would then help you attach the clasp. Let me show you. So here's how you would use these. You hold on to this piece with the bracelet helper, and then you just hook on your clasp like that. Pretty easy. Comes in pretty handy. I always have trouble attaching clasps, but this tool is definitely going to come in very handy. So let me go ahead and put my tools away. I think this one goes here. Boy, that's a big blade. This one goes here. So that's it, guys. It's a very nifty way to take tools with you when you're traveling. I think this set would be great for beginners as well, or casual jewelry makers, or even as a backup set. It could also be a good option for teenagers just starting out because it provides all the essentials without a big investment. And we all know what it takes to raise teenagers. You definitely end up spending a lot of money. So anyway, if you're new to jewelry making or need a lightweight option for on-the-go projects, this could be a handy solution for you. Like I said, over the years, I've become quite selective with my tools, but that doesn't mean that these aren't good. You can definitely get used to these. I would say this set is more of a budget-friendly, travel-friendly option rather than a professional-grade choice, but it really depends on your needs. For quick projects, or for beginners or younger jewelry makers, this set could still work very well for you. You get 10 pieces, including these two, the tweezers and the bracelet helper, plus the case, so you can't beat that if you're looking for a budget-friendly product. They do have a 100% customer satisfaction warranty, and if you get it and you run into problems regarding the usage, you can actually contact them and they actually give you the email address right there. And so far they've been pretty responsive every time I've emailed them. So overall, I would say while this set doesn't replace my everyday tools, I do think it has its place. I think it comes in another color besides pink. I think it comes in blue as well. The case is great for organization. It's definitely a decent choice for those of you needing a portable option. And I'm actually going to take it with me because I've got a trip coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to take this case with me with all these tools. By the way, I am going to leave an Amazon link down below in the description section of this video. So anyway, guys, that's my review, my honest review of this product. I would like to hear your opinion if you could leave some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.